There is nothing worse than you go to watch a YouTube video, right? Mm-hmm. And you just want to watch the video.
Right.
And it starts off with this intro where they're asking you to subscribe and please like my channel.
It's pathetic.
Is there anything worse?
It's pathetic. It's desperate. It's like, if I'm going to subscribe, I'll subscribe. I don't need you to tell me to subscribe. I know how to subscribe. Let me just watch your freaking video, and if I like it, I'll subscribe. You don't have to beg. You don't have to get on your knees. You know, it's ridiculous.
I just want to be able to watch a damn YouTube video.
Should be illegal.
Right. Yeah. Without having to be asked to subscribe to it and like it.
And I have to feel guilty into doing it.
And you want me to be notified?
Yeah. I gotta get notified.
Single time
who the hell are you? Who are you? Are you... Your audacity to think that I need to be notified immediately. Like, holy shit, pressing matter. The two bald a-holes.
Nothing worse.
Nothing worse.
Nothing worse in this
real
world.
a-holes. True a-holes. Yeah. Not bald a-holes, just a-holes.
Those are the true a-holes.
Don't make me beg here, because I will do it.
Are you ready to nominate some a-holes of the week?
I'm ready to nominate one a-hole.
All right. So we're going to each nominate our candidate for a-hole of the week. And of course, we want to hear from our viewers whether, well, one, which a-hole you think is more deserving of the a-hole of the week. But also, just in case, maybe you have somebody that we missed. So why don't you start us off? Your nomination for a-hole of the week.
Well, this is in honor of my boy Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank. Have you heard from him, by the way?
No. Talk about the milk carton.
I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't know. I was scared. I talked to Frank pretty much daily, and I was scared to call him.
Yeah.
I just was like, I'm going to let him grieve. Yeah. I haven't written an email to congratulate the winners because I feel like that's just, it's just
too much, too soon.
So I'm going to wait. The ones that got in the playoffs, they don't need a congratulatory thing the next day. They can wait a couple days.
Right.
Show some respect for the fallen members of our tribe.
Let the man drink his whiskey.
Yeah.
And, sit in his dark closet for a few days.
Absolutely.
And, he'll hopefully, hopefully he doesn't load that gun.
Yeah. Hopefully he
realizes that there's more to life than...
He does the Mel Gibson where he puts it in his mouth and he's, the lethal weapon, and then he just changes his mind at the last second.
Second.
So anyway, my a-hole of the week, in honor of Frank the Tank, is Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett. Wow.
So
what an a-hole.
Tyler Lockett put up a 0 in week 11. I mean, he was banged up or whatever. And then last night, they put up 30 some odd points. They're going against a terrible secondary. And he puts up a 0. 3 targets, 0 catches. Literally cost Frank the playoffs. Can't imagine what it did to other teams.
Oh, yeah.
Across the country.
I'm sure, yeah.
It's not just us, I mean, we think it's...
Absolutely. We're not the only one.
So, Tyler Lockett, listen, whatever happened that game where he hurt his leg, if you're not 100%, if you're not, 80%, what are you doing out there? Josh Gordon's there. Metcalf is there. Hollister's there.
I don't understand
what are they
the
doing with this guy right now? You're going you're probably either going to win your division or you're in the playoffs. Don't you want your guys to all be healthy, firing on all cylinders? I don't understand what's happening. You can't go 0 for 3 in that kind of a game when you're losing in the second half. It's not like they were running the ball, running the clock out. I mean, Russell Wilson, they put up 30 some odd points, and this guy had 0 catches, 0 yards, 3 targets. He is my decisive a-hole of the week.
Yeah, I don't see how you beat Tyler Lockett this week, only because, look, Frank the Tank, just so our viewers, can understand, I'm sure, I'll put it up on the screen, but he needed one
catch. Oh, yeah, he needed 1 catch.
1
for any yards.
Catch.
I think it could have been negative 2 yards, and he still would have won with 0.8.
It was like 126 point whatever to 126 point something. So
I think it was just 3/4 of a point he needed.
Right.
So 1 catch.
That's how close it was for Frank the Tank, and that's why we're worried about Frank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and we have a message board, a group message, and he was getting ripped. All night long as the game progressed.
Send your love to Frank the Tank.
Yeah, send him love, send him hearts,
balloons,
kisses, all that stuff.
Flowers, whatever. Just a comment. Yeah. Just a comment that it's going to be okay, and that
even though it's probably not, but just just tell him it will be.
Just that he still has his.
It's a white lie. It's a white lie.
Still has his looks. Well,
that's starting to recede a little bit.
Yeah,
the hairline.
He still has his.
Pretty soon he's going to be like this.
Right, his talent. Well, he doesn't. He's never really had.
He's about to turn 50, so he's really. I don't know.
Is it? Well,
hey, don't lie. Don't.
Maybe,
don't.
yeah.
Maybe it's not a white lie. Maybe it's too big of a lie.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. We love you, Frank, and there's always
You'll be fine. There's
always next season. But yeah, I mean, look, with Tyler Lockett, that was again to need one. But I just imagine how many fantasy owners, of course, went into that game last night going, I need 4, 5, 6 from Tyler. You know what I mean? Just there are a lot of hopes obviously would fall on. I mean, it's inevitable.
Monday Night Football.
It's Monday Night Football final week. So Dalvin Cook, Diggs, and Lockett. I mean, any one of those guys were guys that, yes, absolutely, playoffs or no playoffs hinged on. And so for him to go out and do a 0, I mean, absolutely that affected
65 combined points. I mean, it's incredible. Your team's losing at halftime. You're throwing the whole second half. Right. Number 1 receiver. So who do you have? Do you have anybody?
My guy's not going to beat your guy. I already know that. I'm going to lose out on the a-hole of the week battle this week. But maybe the viewers have a third that we're not even thinking of. But my guy is quarterback Nick Foles. You touched on him earlier. Look, similar. I mean, Nick Foles. So of course you had the Minshew magic, and everybody was on board, and we were loving the whole Minshew story and his swag and girth, all of it. But what was clear is that Minshew, he was a rookie. He was more of a game manager. He wasn't really putting up the big fantasy weeks. So then Nick Foles comes back, and they say,
Big Dick Nick is stepping in.
How can you not? Right? You want to see girth.
Yeah.
You think you saw girth of Minshew.
Yeah, that guy's no joke.
Wait till you see Big Dick Nick. So I was skeptical, but, I say, look, I get it. They gave him a lot of money. He didn't do anything. He wasn't playing bad before he got injured. So, all right, give the guy a job. And he comes in, has a very nice game.
Yeah.
Puts up a nice game, looks great chemistry with Chark and Westbrook. Westbrook. And then all of a sudden you look and you say, oh my God, he's got Tampa Bay.
He's got Tampa Bay in week 13.
He's got a dream
I'm putting him in. Yeah.
Right.
You can't run on them, but you could throw all day.
This is how you get to the playoffs.
Wow.
So yeah, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Nick Foles proceeds. I think it was 3 turnovers before they finally pulled them.
In the start of the second half, they just said $70 million man, sit your ass on the bench.
So similar to Lockett, obviously, I'm sure there were plenty of fantasy owners who thought, hey, this is something I can take advantage of and exploit. Maybe some fantasy owners made some tough decisions where they did bench some of those guys that, they
benched Brady, right?
Right. That had a really tough, tough matchup on paper or something and said, you got to love Foles, right? You got to love Foles. Look how good he looked.
Like you can't miss Tampa that matchup. Bay, nobody misses that matchup.
Everybody excelled pretty much in that matchup. So absolutely, Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick, Little Dick Nick. Little Dick Nick for this week and maybe just for the foreseeable future. I think we've been lied to.
He was in the pool.
Well, look, I mean, this story kind of just originated from rumor, and I'm starting to.
Well, it came from Terry.
Well,
yeah, he's from Philly. He knows a lot about the Philly.
But we saw the T-shirts. So
no, we saw. There has to be some truth to this. Listen, when you're in Philadelphia and women are calling you,
wow.
I mean, it's the city of brotherly love and white. Big Dick Nick. I mean, come on, dude. Doesn't even make any sense. It has to be true.
Yeah.
It just has to be true.
I'll tell you what doesn't make any sense. Everything you just said doesn't make any sense.
What you just said. All right, so let us know. Big Dick Nick versus Tyler Lockett.
Yeah. Big Dick Nick or Tyler Lockett for the a-hole of the week or
a mystery third
or the mystery.
And I'm not thinking of anybody that had a shit week. Ronald Jones. Wow, Ronald Jones was terrible. The Jacksonville, terrible run defense, and he wound up with less than a point.
What?
Yeah, he was that bad? Terrible. They benched him because he missed a block for blitz pickup. So it's like, holy shit, you were hanging on by that much of a thread that your job, one missed block and you're benched. That's pretty crazy.
I think maybe because of the fact that it was the final week before the playoffs, there was so much on the line on Sunday and plenty of games, plenty of action. But another candidate for me would be Jason Garret and Kellen Moore. Let's combine those two.
Oh, my God.
Go them to the Thursday Thanksgiving games.
Jason Garret.
I mean, so down 17-6, right? You're down 17-6. That's nothing, right? And they abandoned Zeke. That's like that was like halfway through the third quarter, if I remember correctly, somewhere in there. And Zeke doesn't touch the ball again until like 6-7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was working. Zeke was eating. 12-yard carry, 30-yard carry, So the a-holes, complete a-holes. I guess it falls on Garret because, right, Garret would have been the one to have hired.
Yeah.
Is that who it is? Kellen Moore? Is that his name? Yeah. Kellen Moore?
He's supposed to be the offensive genius coach.
Right. And then you turn it all over to a 17-year-old? Come on.
The bottom line is that Garret is just, I've never seen a guy besides Marvin Lewis that when you look at him, you're just like, you're not a leader. Right. You're not a coach. Even Ron Rivera used to be. He got fired, luckily, this week by Riverboat.
Rest in peace, Ron.
Yeah, just go away. Go to college. Do
not
something.
That you died, but
Well, no, he did.
But just rest and retire.
I'm saying, right? His hopes and dreams right down the toilet. But like, you look at these guys, and you're like, how are you a coach? You don't even look like you run a lemonade stand. You're a coach in the NFL.
Iced tea.
What's with these people, man? Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Jason Garret, out of all those names, is the worst.
Yeah.
Because he just stands there and he just looks angry. He's turning red in his red hair. He just go away too. Like, can you fire him, Jerry? I can't stand Jerry Jones. And I can't stand the Cowboys. So I almost want him to stay because it means the Cowboys will continue to be mediocre or worse.
So if the Cowboys, so if Jason Garret is a nominee for A-hole of the week, I guess then technically we have to then say the Philadelphia Eagles as an organization are certainly a nominee for A-holes of the week.
Dallas is trying to give you this division. They're begging you to take this division. One of you terrible teams is going to host a playoff game, which is a tragedy. And Roger Goodell, you guys have to fix that. There's no way that a 7-9 or an 8-8 team should be hosting what will probably be either Seattle or the 49ers, who will probably be 12-4 or 13-3, and going in to play a team that's barely 500. It's disgusting. A few years back or 5 years back, when Arizona was 7-9 hosting a game, they should have fixed it then, and they're letting it happen again. It's ridiculous. And conceivably, they could play 2 games at home. They could play the championship if a wild card team wins the division round. It's nuts. They should have 0 games at home. You're lucky to be in the playoffs, that you're in a terrible division. Don't reward them with a home game. They got to change that.
It's inconceivable. Inconceivable. All right, so I think that brought some nice balance. It's actually 4 total nominees. For A-holes of the week. So we have Tyler Lockett, Big Dick Nick Foles.
It's Little Dick Nick Foles.
Little Dick Foles. Sorry, Little Dick Foles.
He just got out of the pool.
Little Dick Jason Garret.
How can he not have a little dick? No offense to children.
The entire Philadelphia Eagles team and organization.
How does Jeffrey go off
city?
Like that and they lose?
Let's just say the city too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very fine people in Philly, as we always say.
Good people.
As we always
really
say.
Good citizens.
Right. You just your football team just sucks balls.
Yeah. It used to be the capital of the United States, and the people there are such disasters. Like, they're just the worst.
Right.
That they changed it to D.C. They had to get it out of there. They're like, you cannot be our nation's capital. Like, I don't care. The whole,
Is that true?
Yeah, of course it's true. I said it. Peace.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Got a horrible song.
Hey, before we're just saying peace, and we can't just say peace, we have to say good luck.
Good luck. And
good luck,
good luck in your playoffs.
Come on, man.
And to Frank, thank good luck, Come back to us, Frank.
Well, good luck with counseling.
Yeah, good luck with the counseling.
Good luck with therapy.
I know it can get expensive.
But
hopefully you have good insurance.
Absolutely. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everybody.
And your playoff matchups. Win. Win one for the 2 ball A-holes. You know what I mean? Hey, and you know what? Just talking about Frank the Tank and all that. If you know Frank the Tank's pain, and you have something
have
similar
story,
that happened, we would love to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then also, if you have something, that happens this weekend, you have a awesome victory or a crushing defeat.
Or crushing Tyler Lockett defeat.
Right, Tyler Lockett type defeat. We want to hear about those things. We'll be glad to make fun of you.
Yeah, we'll put you on the air next week.
Good luck, guys.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't.
Championship.